Hey everyone, RJ here. Today I'm back with a Minecraft mod tutorial. We're going to be covering the setup of the example mod for Forge. Now, I didn't see any recent kind of tutorials for this online, and I was looking into Minecraft modding myself. So I went through the process, took in the knowledge that I could, and I'm going to try and transfer it to anybody else that's trying to do this as well. And if you're more experienced in modding and I do miss something, feel free to comment below. Now, the first thing that you're going to need to do is we're going to be using Eclipse IDE for this. This is basically the coding environment that we will use. And what you can do is go to eclipse.org. You can go to download, and then you can download from here. Now, this includes the JRE, which is Java Runtime Environment. You're also going to need the JDK, which is the development kit. What you can do is just type Java JDK, and you can download it from their website. I already have Eclipse downloaded, so I'm not going to go through that whole process again, but those are the basic steps that you follow. Now, the next step is going to be the actual Forge download. Now, when you have Minecraft downloaded, you won't have like a Forge area. So for example, if I open up Minecraft right now, I'm going to have it just because I have it installed, and we can go through it again actually. So if I delete this, for example, this is what you'll see with your version of Minecraft if you've never installed Forge before. What we can do is I'm going to download this recommended. You can also download latest, but latest may include some more bugs. So recommended will be kind of like the tried and bug-ridden version, hopefully, is the idea. Now, what I'm going to do is click on the install, and I'm on a Mac, so I might have some different kind of permissions for you guys. So when I click on this, I will get this denied because we can't open up a jar file from some random developer. So what you can do is open up privacy and settings in your settings and click OK here, and then just open anyway. And you'll see right after we do that, we can open this jar and get the install started. So this is pulling up on my other monitor, but just drag it in there and you'll get this install screen. So basically we'll get the install going and let that run. If it takes too long, I'll skip ahead, but I don't think it will take very long. Now, okay, cool. That was quick. We can just press OK now, and we're good to go there. So let's open our website back up again, the Forge website. So now when we have that installed, we can open up Minecraft again, and we'll see we should have this Forge option. Yep, so our Forge option is now there and Forge is installed. So for example, if you wanted to use another mod, you could now drag a Forge mod into your Minecraft mods folder and it would work if you played the Forge version. But in terms of creating our own mod, because that's why we're here, we are going to install the MDK. The MDK is going to be the example mod. And we need the files in there to then import into an Eclipse, and then we can use those example kind of files to build off of. Now let's open this up, and I'm going to extract this on my other monitor, and I'll drag it in there. So we have this Forge MDK file, and I'm just going to drag, or yeah, let me open another Finder window, and what I can do is go to my Minecraft mods folder and I can drag this into here. Now we're going to rename this, and they actually talk about this on here. So they have this Forge documentation, which is pretty standard with anything that you need to program with, and we have this from zero to modding and getting started with Forge. And number one is getting the MDK file. So we downloaded that, and then we're going to be extracting this and moving over these necessary files. What I noticed is that like most of the files are needed in terms of like just documentation, licensing. So I'm going to rename this to Hello World for now, nothing crazy. And I'm going to be basically just copying this. Honestly, I really could just rename it as well, but I'm going to follow the actual documentation as close as possible. Gosh, I cannot click on copy. I try and use my actual trackpad while I'm doing these videos just because it's a lot quieter than a mouse. The mouse clicks in videos sometimes bug me. But anyway, so the next step after that is it says in the README actually, if we open up the README, which is also located in these files that we just opened, we can say, step 1, open your command line. Great. So we have our command line here, and it says you're left with a choice because you can use this with IntelliJ or Eclipse. We're going to be using Eclipse, and the first thing we're going to do is a Gradle W and then running the gen eclipse runs function. So let's just navigate quickly to our Minecraft mods folder, and then actually we have to go one more level deeper into Hello World, and we're going to be running this. Since I'm on Mac, I do a / Gradle W and then gen eclipse runs. That will run and work some of its magic. It'll configure our files, and after that we should be good. What this is doing is I think it's generating some build files for us, and obviously a bunch of other things, this run folder. Okay, so after that, what we can do is now open up Eclipse, and I'm not going to do anything crazy within the code. My goal is really just to change the name and information about our mod and then import it into our actual Minecraft mods folder. So you'll see this like welcome page for Java Eclipse, and I think this was the test one that I was using, so I'll just delete that. And then we'll import a new one. So you'll see this on the left, import projects, and you'll see like this to start. We're going to be going to Gradle since that's what the mods are built with. And we can just click next for this, and we're going to be browsing for our mod. Now mine's in software, Minecraft mods, and Hello World. So we can just select that and then finish. We don't need anything else. Close out of that. And I'm going to close out some of this stuff as well. And I'll full screen this. Cool. So on our left here, we have our still loading, but cool. We have our folder structure for the mod. Now, we're just going to be changing up some of these names and doing all that good stuff. And the first thing we're going to want to do is just change the name of our com.example mod. Now, this is a format that's used. It's basically to reference like kind of like a website format. It's meant to be unique. So it usually goes the author's name. So it's like my Minecraft name or my YouTube name. And next would be like Hello World. Then we can just press OK on that. That'll refactor some things for us, make life a little bit easier. We can open this up as well. And we can refactor this too. And type Hello World. Cool. So in terms of actually opening up the code, we can double click on that. And you can see like all of this stuff was automatically changed for us. That's why I kind of just like to do it right there. Makes things a lot easier. I'm going to be now just kind of going through this, changing up some of the text. I'm not going to be really addressing any of what this does. That's a little bit deeper into actual knowledge and expansion of the mod. But we're just going to be changing this to Hello World. And Is there anything else we need to change here? I guess we can just type example and see like what else we get here. Example mod. So like we can do hello world. I'll be more specific. No. Okay. So that's all we need to change there. Where else do we need to go? Not in here. Well, we can change this description real quick and just do hello world resources. My O is actually broken. So if you see it double type like that, that's just because my key is literally broken. I think I need to get like one of those pressure sprayers or compressed air cans. Okay, we don't need anything under there. We do need to go to our Gradle build. Now, in terms of like actually following this documentation, we've gone through the step 1, step 2. We've moved the files to a new folder. We chose our IDE, and then we generated the configurations using this Gen Eclipse. Now, we're in the second part of customizing your mod information. So that's where we're at now in terms of the build Gradle. I'm actually going to leave this up because it gives myself a guide to follow as well. Okay, so we're in the build Gradle file, and I think there's going to be a bunch of things to kind of edit in here. Now, let's just go through this. So we can see this comment right here, only edit below this line. So first thing is going to be our version, keeping that. Now our group is going to be our same kind of format. And it's going to be Whitsker hello world. The archive base name is going to be hello world. And what we can do to actually make our life a little easier is just do exactly what I did before with an example mod. And we're going to be replacing this stuff with hello world. The O's are getting to me. Okay, honestly, just copy that. And we will replace all of these example mods. I think that is not all of them. So we have the specification title. So these are the attributes for, so example for how to get properties into the manifest for reading by the runtime. Honestly, their comments are very helpful. They're very detailed. I have not really had too much of an issue following them. I think this also needs to be finished as well, or fixed. And okay, I don't know why it didn't take me to that, but change that to hello world. Example mod Saurus. I guess that would be like Whitsker. So they have example mod. Okay, I'm just gonna put that for now, or tutorials kind of, and our version is 1. I'm gonna put the same thing for the vendor name, and okay. So that should be all that we need to do for that section. We can continue on to the right here. Don't edit the build script. Is that what I edited? No, thank God. Okay. For the build.gradle customization, we basically already tweaked all these values to be hello world. And for the occurrences of example mod, we've changed those to hello world as well. There's one last thing we need to do before building and testing. So let's go over to our resources folder, our metainf and mods.toml. This is going to be the information that shows within the Minecraft mod folder. So for example, our display name can be hello world. And our mod ID is going to be hello world as well. We have a display URL, logo file if you want to add a logo. Credits, I'm going to leave that how it is. Authors, I'm going to put Whitsker. And we have a multi-line description here, which is denoted by these 3 single quotes. There's also some lorem ipsum text in here. This is basically filler text. So going to change this to hello world, super creative, I know, keeping on the streak. And lastly, we want to change these dependencies to hello world. And that should wrap it up. That should wrap it up for these changes though. And we should be able to run our mod now. One other important thing to check is that all of these files are saved and your changes are made. So we can then go over to this building and testing your mod. So you can do a couple things. You can do gradle-w build, which creates a new jar file with your mod name. Or if you're just testing, you can run gradle-w run client. So it won't make a new jar, but it will run Minecraft with your mod in there. So we'll do that to start, the Gradle run client, and then we'll also do the other version of the build. So let's pull up a terminal. And in our terminal, we're already in our hello world directory. And we can run /gradle w run client. So what this will do is it'll start building your mod, and then it will open up Minecraft automatically using Forge. So we can just wait, Minecraft will pop up by itself. Popped up on my other screen, gonna pull it in, and it'll disappear one more time. Right now it's downloading, but it'll actually reappear with Minecraft running. So now we have this Minecraft title, it's loading up, and it's executing. And as we can see, it looks like everything is working nicely. It says 3 mods loaded down here. And if we go to the mods, we can see hello world, our description right here, all of this stuff. If we had a home page, it could be our home page, authors, and all of the other stuff that we input. So now if we close this out, and awesome, that was successful. So now let's say we want to create a jar file. We can type in gradle-w build. And what this will do is if we can pull up our hello world folder, this will actually create a new jar file within this libs. So this was the old jar from the other like hello, the example mod that we generated. And this is going to be our actual new hello world jar. And I actually forgot to do this before I close Minecraft. But let's open that back up. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys a very easy way to actually get to the mods folder. So if you have trouble finding your mod folder, the best way to kind of go about this is going to your resource packs, which is going to be under options, resource packs, and you can open pack folder. Now in your pack folder, you'll have your mods folder. And it's just as easy as pulling that in, and your mod is now in there. And when you reload Minecraft again, which we will do to show that our mod is active and in there and working, you should see 3 mods loaded. And typically, I mean, as long as this works and 3 mods have loaded, that is basically the end of getting this example kind of mod up and running and your workspace ready to go to start kind of building on whatever you want to achieve in terms of the mod that you want to create. So here we go, we are loading up. We should see it in a second. Yep, so we have 3 mods loading or loaded, and that worked perfectly. So I hope you guys are able to go through this process without too many issues. I hope this helps a lot. If you want to see more of Minecraft modding, I'm sure by the time that you're seeing this video, I'll have more modding tutorials on my channel. And I'm going to try to make them as kind of tutorial-like as possible. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you guys in one of my next videos.